Right, how are we doing, folks? I'm back, and I've got another review for you today. I have gone through a lot of my samples and jarred up what I've got. I've also found a stack of things I've got to review. So in future reviews coming up, I've got some of the Mob Pure Perique. This was sent to me by a chap out of the International Smoking Saloon on Facebook. This is used in the tobacco I'm going to be reviewing today, which is the ISS Viking blend. Apparently this isn't quite as pungent, strong or acidic as other Periques are, so I'm quite intrigued. So we're back to review that. I've got the samples that Martin Fankatanker sent to me. Don't worry, Martin, I haven't forgotten. I've got a stack of things to review, and you're pretty much at the top, so we're coming on to your tobaccos next. What else have we got down here? I've also got some of the AAA Burley that Making Change sent to me. I also have a few other bits to try. I've got some Pipe and Cigars Toasted Burley that Dr. Brown sent to me. What else did I find yesterday? I've still got some of the other Just For Him tobaccos. I've got some of the old Toby to smoke. I've got some Ebony Cavendish. I've got some Treebeard. I still have some of the other Burleys that Dr. Brown sent me. So there's some of the Dark Fire Cured Burley and the White Cube Burley, also from Pipes and Cigars. So I've got those to review. I did the Burley Jack yesterday. I've done that one. I've got quite a few things in jars at the side here. I've got some Filipino chocolate blends, some classic port, some wild honey, GLP's triple play, some McClellan's St James Woods from May 2011. I've got lots of stuff to review. Now I've had a good sort out in my office, I'm kind of going through and putting all these things into piles, so I know what I've got to review. So, as I said, today this is the International Smoking Saloon's Viking blend. This is a 50% Perique, the Perique I just mentioned, the Mob Perique, with all its golden slicers. Now that sounds interesting. I am going to be producing this. I've got to do something to replicate that Perique because I can't get it in the UK, so this is my next experiment. I do have another tobacco I'm working on for the shop at the moment that's kind of my take on London Dop, which I'm doing for Mojo Mill and Tabby. I haven't forgotten about that, by the way, guys. I'm on about version 5 in the shop. Messing around with lots of things, flavoured with rum and honey. Sorry, not rum. Flavoured with rose and rum. Buttered rum at that as well. I had a couple of avenues to go down, and I'm experimenting with a couple of them. But anyway, this review, the Viking blend. Now, I'm going to be smoking this in a Stanwell freehand that Jason Dagner gifted to me when he was over. This is a gorgeous pipe. No disrespect to yourself, buddy. I have sterilised the stem a little bit. I'm not going to say anything there, you know, it's another man's pipe. Not put another man's pipe in your mouth, not that way inclined. But this pipe is unbelievably light, and I'm hoping it's going to smoke like a dream. I just can't believe how light it is. But anyway, so back to the tobacco. You can smell the kind of the fresh citrusiness of the golden slices in there, and the Perique, because there's so much Perique there. It's got that slightly acidic, slightly vinegary kind of tang to it. It smells gorgeous. The cut is beautiful. The flake's been rubbed down, so it's kind of a lovely ribbon cut. Hopefully you can see it just there. So like I say, I'm smoking this in this Stanwell freehand. Big thanks to everybody who's already ordered GLPs off our website, by the way. I'm actually shocked how quick it's selling. The range is quite small. If anybody in the UK or Europe would like any different ones on the next order, please drop us an email at the shop and let us know, and I'll be compiling a list. I will be getting the Robusto in next, and quite possibly Sextant, but to start off with, I just took a few, and like many things, I took ones that took my fancy. So the 6 I chose, I basically chose along the lines of I wanted 2 Virginias, I wanted 2 Perique mixtures and 2 Latakia mixers. Doesn't perfectly work like that because some have got Latakia and Perique in them, but you know, Greg has quite a few tobaccos to choose from, and I had to start somewhere. So I'm pretty much loaded up with this now. Making a flipping mess everywhere. And if anybody saw the game last night, very good game with Sweden. We won, which is good. So just got the next game to go. So fingers crossed we beat Ukraine. We actually get through into the knockout stages this year. Don't tend to do too well in the European Championship competition. But anyway, right, so I've loaded up. Let's see what this little bag up. Okay. Ooh. Off the bat, oh, this is good. There is no pepperiness to the Perique at all. It's got this lovely citrusy juiciness to it from the ever popular golden slices. There's a little bit of pepperiness from the Perique. A little bit of sourness as well. A little bit of Perique tongue tingle. It's got some lovely sweetness to it. On the whole, it's just, you know, that grassy citrusiness. And the golden slices. I am loving this. This is awesome. So, as always, let's smoke a little bit more of this. I shall return to let you know how it's progressing, but this is freaking awesome. I'll see you shortly. Right. So, looking and judging by the taste, I'm at the end of this now. And this is a very, very, very enjoyable tobacco. You can tell it's made from all its golden slices. It's got that lovely citrusy, grassy hay flavour and creaminess that you get from the golden slices. It's quite dynamic, quite progressive as well. I mean, as I said, start off with it's got a very grassy flavour. There's some lemony, citrusy sweetness, some very subtle hints of pepper and soury kind of vinegar flavours from the Perique. As you're kind of progressing down the bowl, this is still before the halfway point, it gets even more grassy, even more sweeter. It's got a lovely kind of savoury finish to it. The Perique taste is very, very, very delicate on the finish, and the finish is creamy as hell. As you pretty much get to the halfway point, it gets a little bit more sour in the finish. You get some lovely woody flavours there. The grassiness seems to die down a little bit. It's still there, it's still creamy, but that all subsides slightly. I got quite a large build-up of ash, so I dumped some ash out, and I got some very, very sour woody flavours when I did that. It was still very creamy, very citrusy. As I'm getting now towards the end, it's a lot more sour. It's still got that citrusy haze sort of flavour to it, but at the same time it's getting a slightly herby flavour, but it's a lot more sour. It's basically all the dottle at the bottom and spit and smoke stained. I found that with Ulrich's Golden Slicers, but throughout you can taste the Ulrich's Golden Slicers, and for the base on that, it's gorgeous. So the International Smoking Saloon's Viking blend, I'm gonna pronounce this correctly, I hope. Karsten Anderson, who sent it to me. It is stunning stuff. Like I say, I am going to have a go at making my own version of this, and it will still be called the International Smoking Saloon's Viking blend. So it'll be available within the UK. I believe there are a few tobacconists in Denmark, and I believe one in Austria that also produce this. Excuse me. It has a small amount of nicotine to it. Nothing overly strong. It's no powerhouse, but enough there to give you an interesting smoke and let you know you've smoked something. But this Mob Perique that it's made out of is quite interesting stuff. Like I say, I haven't had a proper play around with it yet. Hopefully it hasn't gone too dry. But when you smell it, it is a much milder version of Perique, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to have to try mixing it with kind of some like unsweetened black Cavendish or some Stowe Virginias. But when you smell it, it's got that sweaty feet, sour, pungent smell of the Perique, but it's so subdued. I mean, the Perique that I use, I'm not going to dig a jar out, I haven't got much time left on the camera, but that takes your breath away when you smell it. But this, I'd say this is a lot more delicate, a lot lighter. As he said, it doesn't have so much of an acidic taste. It still does a little bit, but that mixes beautifully with the acidic citrusy taste of the Ulrich's Golden Slicers. So, if you ever get the chance to try this, give it a whirl, because it's beautiful stuff. Even the smell when it's gone out in the pipe smells amazing. So the International Smoking Saloon's Viking blend is stunning stuff. I'm going to be smoking quite a bit of this actually. Like I say, it's dynamic. It's got lots of flavours there. It's not overly sweet, but it's got some sourness to it, some bitterness to it. It's a great tobacco. So thank you ever so much for watching, folks. This Stanwell freehand as well. Just sits perfect. It's gorgeous pipe. So again, Jason, thank you ever so much, buddy, for this pipe. Thank you. And like I say, thanks for watching. I may be back later with more videos. It all depends how much of the stairs I get painted today. So until later, folks, take care. Goodbye.